Tax season as a booth rent hairstylist can feel so overwhelming and literally the worst between juggling your expenses, tracking your income, living your life, and still managing hair behind the chair. It can be so overwhelming and get discouraged and make a few mistakes, but don't worry, we got your back. Today we're going to go over some very common tax mistakes as hairstylists and how to avoid them.
The point of this video is to help you avoid all those tax mistakes as a self-employed hairstylist. And we're going to talk everything from deductions to record keeping. We just want to make sure that you're less stressed when it comes to tax season and that you feel prepared going into it, because I know how when you get those huge tax bills at the end of the year or you're not paying your quarterly taxes, how stressful that can feel. I'm married to a hairstylist and we did it for years, and it got really to the point, it was daunting. We had to figure out how can we avoid this and start setting ourselves up for future success. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
And I'm so excited to share all of our tips and tricks with you guys. Okay, so we're on our way to the salon, but if you are new to our channel, my name is Megan and this is my husband Brad. And I have been a booth rent hairstylist for years, and we have navigated the ups and the downs, lots of downs, and managing our own taxes. And now we get to teach other hairstylists how to handle their finances and avoid the common tax mistakes. And we want to make sure that you, with the money that you earn, you're keeping as much as you can in your pocket legally.
Exactly. So mistake number one we always see is not tracking your income and expenses, okay? You need to know every dollar that is coming in and every dollar that is leaving your bank account. If you have expenses that you're not tracking for, it's gonna lead to, you're not gonna be able to write some of the things off, and you're not keeping accurate records of your business. And that's the first thing, the biggest mistake that we see people make.
Yes, and mistake number two is not using your deductions. And that's mistake number one is if you are not using all your deductions, you are paying way more taxes than you need to. Why do you want to pay the IRS more than you really have to? Why not keep more money in your pocket?
Yeah, and today there's really no excuse. There's so many great apps that, you can use a spreadsheet, but let's be real. Are you going to do that forever? Probably not. So there's so many great apps like QuickBooks Self-Employed, GlossGenius, what else? I mean, there's a lot of things that will just track all this stuff automatically for you. You do have to go in and kind of categorize everything, but it will auto learn you. So there's really no excuse. You should be able to do this full time and with minimal effort.
Yes. I feel like mistake number three is the biggest thing because no one wants to do this, and it's putting aside money for taxes. And we're going to put 20 to 25% away for taxes each service. And this could be as simple as literally putting away your tips and keeping it in a separate account, because the IRS, no matter what, wants to get paid. They're going to want their money. So just be prepared and make sure you are putting a little bit of money aside, 20 to 25% per service, okay?
And that actually leads us to mistake number four. Did you know you're supposed to pay taxes every quarter? A lot of stylists probably don't realize this and end up with a huge tax bill at the end of the year. And there's also penalties and interest that are charged if you're not making your estimated quarterly tax payments. The IRS wants their payments at the end of each quarter. So we see that's a big mistake that people are making. There's several ways. First of all, you can use QuickBooks' feature. They have a quarterly estimated tax payment feature on there. You look at your last year's taxes and break it up by each quarter and see how you can judge it based off that. And you can also talk to your CPA. You should be in constant communication with your CPA anyways, and they can help you with figuring out how much you need to be paying in quarterly. But getting that huge bill at the end of the year where you're like, it's an extra 15 or 20 grand that you weren't really planning for and expecting is very, very stressful, right?
So stressful. And seriously, do not get the penalties or the interest by not paying quarterly. Yeah. Please, 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 please pay quarterly, because you're paying more money in taxes to the IRS by not paying quarterly taxes.
Yeah, and why pay more to them than you already have to? We already hate it anyways, so that's definitely a big one. Speaking of CPAs, not working with a tax professional can cost you a lot more in the long run. So making sure you're having those ongoing conversations at least once every few months will save you a lot more money in the long run, because I know that taxes can be complicated and you may want to try to avoid them, but making sure that you're maximizing all your deductions, you're writing everything off correctly, you're making your quarterly estimated tax payments, and just having those ongoing conversations with your CPA will help you big time. And tax laws change, Things in your business could be changing. So just having the open line of communication with your CPA over the long run will boost your profits big time. Instead of just trying to save a penny here or there, trying not to talk to them, just trust me, constant communication with them, and it will help maximize your profits.
And they may know something that you may not know, like an extra benefit that you could be using and getting a tax credit.
Yeah,
because our CPA has saved us thousands of dollars by helping us out with something that we didn't know. So you just never know with having that open communication with them.
100%.
But we want to hear from you as stylists. What has really helped you with your taxes, and what are the things that you struggle with? Drop a comment below, because we would love to hear from you, and any tips that you have for anyone else. And if you have any troubles, let us know, because we want to make sure that we provide as much value for you guys.
A few other pointers that have really helped us over the years is separating your business and your personal finances, okay?
It sounds so easy, but a lot of people still aren't doing this.
Yes, one easy way to simplify your taxes is by keeping your business and your personal finances separate. You open up a separate business account for your business income and expenses, and it just makes everything cleaner and easier to track.
That leads us into our next pointer, is staying organized. This makes you feel so much more in control of your finances, because you're looking over them and making sure that you're organizing your books and making sure that you're staying on top of where your income and expenses are going, so it's easier during tax season. Do not wait until the last minute when your CPA is down your throat asking, where are your records? Keep it organized. GlossGenius is made for you guys in tracking your income and expenses. Do it easily.
And finally, if you're not gonna engage a CPA, which we highly recommend you do, at least get a tax software invest in a tax software that's really designed for small business owners and self-employed hairstylists. This can help you file correctly, maximize deductions, and even remind you about quarterly payments. So if you're not gonna get a CPA, at least do this.
You will not regret it. Taxes do not have to be a nightmare. You are your own business owner, so you have to do these things. But please avoid these common mistakes, knowing your tax deductions, setting money aside. You'll be in a much better position come tax time, and you'll feel in control of your finances in your business and outside your business.
So if you do need help with any of the above, we do have a website. You can learn more about us, but be sure to also like and subscribe to this channel for more information like this. And if you like this video, we actually just made a really cool video right here on hairstylists managing their money on an inconsistent income. And if you found this video helpful and you think it can help someone else, please share it with them. We love spreading the word and helping as many stylists as we can. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.